Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here. Today we're going to be talking about Kleavor, a new Pokemon from Pokemon Legends Arceus, a new evolution of Scyther. So now we have a new branch evolution of Scyther, and we're going to be talking about it from a competitive aspect. Now I know that Pokemon Legends Arceus does not have competitive Pokemon, does not have battles. However, when we talk about it here, we're going to be looking forward towards Gen 9 or whatever Pokemon generation or game that we're going to be able to use this Pokemon in, normal means, like, pick 4 moves, a battle, knock you out type of thing, not the agile style, strong style. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you let me know by leaving a like. Let me know your thoughts on Kleavor down below. And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm on my way to 300k. That is my end of the year goal, and I'm hoping to get there, obviously. And I upload Pokemon videos every single day. So if you like Pokemon videos, feel free to subscribe. So let's talk a little bit about this Pokemon. So now we have Kleavor, the Bug Rock Pokemon. So Scyther is Bug Flying, Scizor is Bug Steel, and Kleavor is Bug Rock. Now, Bug Rock, just talking about typing at its own, is not the worst typing, right? You only have 3 weaknesses, which is pretty cool. Rock and Steel. I think Rock and Steel are okay to be weak to. Rock moves are kind of common, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, all over there. I would say Steel moves are not the most common moves when it comes to 6v6 singles, at least. If you actually just look at it, obviously Bisharp is right there, but if you keep going, there's not too many. Corviknight rarely runs Iron Head. Ferrothorn sometimes runs Gyro Ball. Heatran rarely runs Flash Can type of thing. And you have Smart Strike from Kartana and things like this. I guess these two as well, but they're not like on every single Pokemon is what I'm saying. Obviously Scizor has Bullet Punch as well, but they're not on every single Pokemon. There's specific Pokemon that we have, and people are not just running Steel coverage just for the sake of it, right? It's usually Steel Pokemon that have it, period. So it's not like a secondary coverage move, like a ground move or a water move. They're almost on every Pokemon that could run them. And then, of course, you have the Rock weakness, which, again, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, kind of everywhere. And then Water weakness is a pretty big one because Water is one of the most common typings, and a lot of Pokemon run Water moves. You are resistant to Normal and Poison, then everything else you take Neutral. Now, that Neutral is actually pretty important because Scizor's only weakness was Fire, so you're actually one of the few on the Scyther line that takes neutral damage from Fire-type attacks. That doesn't mean that this Pokemon will be taking them very well, considering it has base 70 HP and base 70 special defense, both lower than Scyther as well as Scizor. However, I think Bug Rock is still pretty cool typing. We have 3 other Pokemon that have that typing, and that is Crustle, Armaldo, and Shuckle. Obviously, the whole lines of them have it too, but that's not terrible, and I think this is the fastest one, right? This is the fastest one out of all of them, not counting a Shell Smash Crustle, not counting Swift Swim or Armaldo. It is the fastest out of the 3, and it's also faster than Scizor by a decent chunk. You have 85 speed versus 65, and we'll get into why that's pretty important in a bit, and you guys see that close combat, which we'll talk about in a second as well. But its abilities are Swarm, Sheer Force, and Steadfast, so it's gotten rid of the Technician ability in favor of Sheer Force. Now, Sheer Force isn't terrible. It's not a terrible one at all. Rock Slide on a bug type is cool. It becomes 97.5 base power, if I'm not mistaken, by Sheer Force. So it is more accurate than Stone Edge, and it's only 3 points weaker. So that's not too bad at all for this Pokemon in itself. It can make use of that. Outside of that, though, you're not really going to be ever running, I think, Swarm on this Pokemon, unless you're not running a Rock Slide or anything boosted by Sheer Force. There's not a lot of moves boosted by Sheer Force that this Pokemon can run currently. And then Steadfast isn't too bad either because it raises speed by 1 level every time this Pokemon flinches. Unfortunately, though, when it comes to this Pokemon and flinching, the moves that are going to be flinching it are either going to knock it out like Iron Head and Double Iron Bash, or you'll just be faster than the Pokemon anyway and can deal with them via your moves. So maybe in VGC that might make a difference with like Fake Out and stuff like that, but in terms of 66 singles, I don't think that's the biggest thing. At the end of the day, I guess a Waterfall, you might be able to tank a random Waterfall from a Gyarados because you're 95 base HP, so, and it can't flinch you. But you are faster than Gyarados as well. I think one of the coolest things that this Pokemon actually adds to the entire line, and I'll just get into that before we even look at the move pool, is that all 3 of these guys now get close combat. That is amazing. All right? Scizor already had Sewer Power, but close combat is better just period, right? Sewer Power lowers your attack and your defense as you use it, so it gets weaker as you use it. Close combat weakens your defenses, obviously, right? But it never weakens your offense, so it's amazing on Scizor. It'll definitely be used on Choice Band Scizors. It'll be used on Swords Dance Scizors, and I mean, it's pretty sick that this mon now gets close combat. I know that's like a running joke on the channel that I want everything to get close combat, like Weavile and stuff, and Scizor, and hey, Scizor finally got it. One of the biggest buffs of this, of course, is Scyther getting close combat. Previously, the only fighting type attack it used was Brick Break, and now it is actually a legitimate threat. Like, it was already a legitimate threat because of its high speed tier and being one of the best users of, well, it's a combination of high speed tier, Technician, and heavy duty boots, but being one of the best users of dual wing beat as well. So you have stab, dual wing beat, you have close combat now, you have U-turn, and then if you want to sword dance you can, or you can run knockoff. Like, this mon is actually even more of a legitimate threat this way. So that's amazing. That's probably one of the biggest buffs for Scyther, actually, as a way of dealing with steel. So Swords Dance variants can also be incredibly threatening, and it can still run a Violite or Heavy Duty Boots if it wants to. Obviously, it's great for Scizor. And in terms of Kleavor, this is great too, because if you guys didn't know, Kleavor is base 85 speed, which is faster than Heatran, and it can deal with that Pokemon. It can deal with steals. It is faster than the majority of the steel-type Pokemon, at least if you look at current OU, right? Close Combat lets it knock out Blissey. It's faster than Bisharp, can knock it out with CC as well. Ferrothorn, you are weak to Gyro Ball, but I mean, you can Swords Dance, close combat, you knock that boy out too. Good for Heatran, obviously. And CC is just a very strong move. We saw what happened when Aegislash got CC, right? It allowed it to just run choice band sets really, really well because it's just a strong move on a strong Pokemon. So I think this Pokemon can do very, very similar. Looking at the rest of their move pools as well, we don't see a real like priority move that stands out, right? Like Scyther sometimes uses priority quick attack. Scizor sometimes also uses priority quick attack, but Bullet Punch is the main one, right? And I'm kind of hoping that Kleavor gets a Cellar Rock. I think that's wishful thinking, but I would love for it to get that. I think it'd be amazing, especially coming off that base 135 attack stat. The rest of its move pool, nothing too crazy. Stealth Rock, I think, is the big one here. We finally have one of these lines that can actually go for Stealth Rock, so we can see an offensive Stealth Rocker with something like this type of set, right? Close Combat, Stone Edge, U-turn, and Stealth Rock, or if you don't want to miss, or if you want a less chance to miss, you can use Rock Slide with your Sheer Force, so like an offensive Stealth Rocker and Pivot. We also have Swords Dance, obviously, so Swords Dance sets can work too. Or like Swords Dance, Close Combat, Rock Slide with Sheer Force. And the great thing about the Sheer Force with Rock Slide is that you can run Life Orb with it without taking Life Orb recoil on your Rock Slide, so that's pretty cool. And then you don't have to have this move here. This move, like Rock and Fighting, is pretty good coverage. I mean, look at Terrakion. It's resisted by very few Pokemon, right? It's resisted by very few Pokemon. Golurk, Claydol, Aegislash are like three that come to mind. But it's resisted by very few Pokemon. And I think one thing that we need to keep in mind about bug rock types is all the other bug rock types learn Earthquake. So I wouldn't put it past Kleavor to learn Earthquake specifically. It's not like they don't give it to like scrawny Pokemon. It's not that this mon's scrawny. I mean, like, it looks like the dude from Bug's Life, but like Hopper. But I mean, like, obviously it's a threat. Like, look what it's holding. But yeah, it looks like Hopper. But I wouldn't pet it past it to potentially learn Earthquake. If it doesn't learn Earthquake, though, this is definitely going to be something that you see on offensive Swords and sets. You might even see U-turn here. I guess you could see the Bug Stab as well. Knockoff is an option too. And then we look at its signature move, or one of its moves that it does get. I don't know if it'll be a signature move, but it's Stone Axe. Now, Stone Axe is 65 base power, 90 accuracy, and has 100% secondary effect. Now, the user swings its Stone Axe at the target, aiming to land a critical hit. So it's a move that has a high critical hit chance, and Stone Splinters left behind by this attack continue to damage the target for several turns. So Stone Splinters are basically what Stealth Rock turned into in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, if this move is an attack that allows the Pokemon, if it, like, let's say we go into another generation. Now, I don't know if Stealth Rock are going to say Stealth Rock or they're going to say like Splinters. I kind of feel like they're going to say like Stealth Rock. But if Stealth Rock, if this becomes Stealth Rock, I could easily see this on like a Choice Band set, right? So you'd run Choice Band, your Stone move. Let's just put Stone Edge, but it's not supposed to be Stone Edge. Let's put Stone Edge twice because one of them is going to be the Stone Axe. So I could easily, shoot, you could even run Swarm with this if you wanted to. You run your Stone Axe move, which has a chance to crit, but you're also setting up Stealth Rock while attacking at the same time. This is comparable to Gigantamax Caparaja with the Steel Spikes it basically sets up. So I think that's a really, really cool thing, and I love seeing that. And I think that's also super, super good on, like I said, offensive Choice Band and Choice Scarf, because this one can definitely make use of both a Choice Band and a Choice Scarf. For example, a Choice Scarf, Kleavor is faster than +1 Gyarados and +1 Dragonite, and can Revenge Kill them both with its Stab Rock move. I mean, it's also faster than like Modest Lele's if they're Scarf as well. I think Lele should always run Timid if it's Scarf, but it's faster than things around that speed tier, faster than Mammoth Slime, faster than Heatran. Like, it has a really, really good speed tier. That base 85 speed tier is really nice, especially when you have fighting coverage and you have rock coverage, right? And you most likely have access to U-turn because Scyther gets U-turn as well, so they're not like going to change Scyther. So you definitely have access to U-turn with this Pokemon. So I actually really, really like it for that. I really do like it for that. Obviously, taking 25% upon switching kind of sucks, but I mean, Scyther manages by taking 50%. It does have heavy duty boost though, so I really like with that. If that move actually still becomes Stealth Rock, I think that can be really cool. If it does set them up at the same time. So we got that. Obviously, Accelerock is something I would love to see on it too. I think that'd be amazing on both Swords Dance sets because I think Swords Dance sets could easily run Swords Dance, Close Combat, Rock Slide, Accelerock, right? I think that'd be completely fine. You don't need to necessarily have bug coverage. Bug coverage isn't the best, right? Bug coverage is not the best. Yes, it's super effective on a few types like Grass, and it's super effective obviously on Psychic, but like, it is not the best typing. The only reason bug moves are used is because of U-turn, right? Again, if you just look at the standard tier, I guess Buzzwole can eventually use Leech Life for Slowbro, but that's rare, even then they're running the Thunder Punch usually. Corviknight has U-turn, Dragon Ball has U-turn, right? Landorus has U-turn, Pelipper uses U-turn, right? Rillaboom uses U-turn, Scizor uses U-turn, right? And that's the only one with Stab. Torn uses U-turn, Urshiva uses U-turn, Victini uses U-turn, right? Zapdos, both of them can use U-turn as well. So like, it's not, bug isn't the best offensive coverage, but when it comes off of a U-turn, it's good. And obviously this mon has base 135 attack, so this mon would be no joke when it comes to using U-turns itself. And just the ability to threaten steals and have your just strong rock move is pretty cool too. So something like this would be sick. I think it getting a Accelerock would be a really big thing too. Other options that, or other things that are interesting about it, I do think the Focus Energy plus crit moves are really cool too. Maybe like Focus Energy plus like Scope Lens plus like Stone Edge if you really wanted to, or if you even need to do that sort of thing, or if it's Stone Axe move. The other thing that looked really funny to me was that Scizor, Scyther, and Kleavor learned Calm Mind. Now that doesn't actually matter too much in competitive because they both have really poor special attacks, 45, 55, and 55. However, in an OM, and I do want to put that out there, an OM is another metagame of the month. Basically, it's a metagame where the rules aren't the same as regular Pokemon. Sometimes it can invert stats. So your attack stat might be your special attack stat and that sort of thing, right? So it might make it 135 special attack. So Calm Mind sets could be really fun on that type of thing, right? That's like about it in terms of like that. And it's not like Scizor and Scyther don't have good special moves, right? They have Silver Wind, they have Air Slash, they have Flash Cannon, Vacuum Wave, things like that. So like, I'm just saying, potential. But obviously that doesn't matter when it actually comes to competitive real Pokemon. But yeah, so big things, like I said, U-turn, Close Combat, Stone Edge, Sheer Force, Boosted Rock Slide. Might use, depending on if the Stone Axe move actually still gives Stealth Rock. Again, great on both Scarf and on Bandit sets in my opinion. I would still rather use the stronger move Rock Slide or Stone Edge on Swords Dance sets. I think you definitely want to be able to KO Pokemon when you're using Swords Dance, especially if you're looking at like higher tiers and stuff. Landorus is going to be something that's going to get in your way, right, that you want to be able to deal with as well. But fantastic speed tier. If it does learn Earthquake like its Bug Rock Brethren, you might see that as well, and it's going to be simple. It's going to be similar to Terrakion, and if it gets a Accelerock, this is probably going to be one of the more common sets that you see on this mon, with the potential of Rock Slide over Stone Edge, just for the accuracy, and also it's 97 versus 100, so that the 3 damage isn't going to be the biggest deal, right? And then Life Orb, Swords Dance sets would run Rock Slide as well, just because they're boosted by Sheer Force, and again, can't miss. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really good Pokemon, or has a lot of potential to be a really good Pokemon. I love that the entire Scyther line got buffed by the fact that they all have Close Combat. That is absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to take that into the next generation. Like, Scyther can be a legitimate threat in a higher tier, even like OU, right? And I've used Scyther multiple times in OU, so has Blunder, so has a bunch of our friends, and that mon was already good, but its inability to hit steals, or we had to go for knockoff and stuff, which is still good in itself. Like, this mon can get knockoff too, it held it back a little bit, but now I got CC. Ooh, you better watch out, Ferrothorn. You better watch out, Heatran. I'm knocking you out. So yeah, so things like this I think are pretty cool. Other options that the other guys have, Crustle has Shell Smash, Armaldo has Rapid Spin, Shuckle has Sticky Web. I don't really see any of those really being added to Kleavor. Maybe Rapid Spin, just how it looked like the way it was attacking. I wouldn't mind Rapid Spin, not only for its utility, but also it would give it a +1 speed boost. So like Swords Dance sets could do similar to Excadrill, right? Swords Dance, Close Combat, Rock Slide, and Rapid Spin, and that could give you a speed boost though. You would want to run I don't know, even like its abilities aren't like the greatest for taking advantage of that. But that's something you could try. You can run Stone Edge probably on that one. But yeah, so if it does get that, that'd be really cool. I don't see Shell Smash happening. I think that's crazy. But if it does get it, oh my god. And definitely not the Sticky Web type of thing. But again, the Stealth Rocker in the Scyther line, the fact that its move can also set up Stealth Rock, and we'll see how that covers over and goes over, and just the fact that it's a fast U-turner as well that is not necessarily weak to grass, which is cool. And also, you know, it can still live like a Hurricane from Tornadus if it needs to. It'll live fire moves as well. I really like that about it. I think it could be a really good Scarfer too. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys, on Kleavor. What do you think about it? Do you think it's going to be a good Pokemon? Do you think it's going to be a bad Pokemon? I really think it looks really good just based on this, and I think its speed tier is really good too, because it's faster than prominent threats, which I like a lot. And Rock is just strong. Like, Rock is good stab. It's good offensive stab. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, later today I'll have round 3 of the official Smogon tournament uploaded, so guys, stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to pick up Pokemon Legends Arceus or anything from Best Buy and you live in the US, feel free to use my affiliate link down below. You do support me. Again, that Best Buy affiliate link, while it says the link for Legends Arceus or BDSP or whatever you want to get, if you buy anything from that link, you actually support me. I had people buy fridges. I had people buy, like, hard drives and things like that. Whatever they needed, right? They got from there. So, appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.